Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Hearthstone, and today we'll be doing a video on Odd Dude Paladin. So this is the deck that I created for Odd Dude Paladin. So the basis of this deck is that you put in Baku the Moon Eater, and you fill a deck with odd cost cards such that it upgrades your hero power. Your new hero power is actually a very powerful value tool because it's 2 mana, summon 2 1/1s, and it doesn't cause your hand size to decrease. So it's a very powerful value tool because it's essentially something like draw a card while summoning 2 1/1s on the 2 mana. So you look forward to pressing your hero power as much as possible so that you outvalue your opponent eventually. The problem with this deck is that you are constrained to only odd cost cards, and right now because of the old set rotating out and you're constrained to only using odd cost cards, your pool of cards that you can use is actually quite limited. So I see this deck increasing in power as the new expansions get released because there will be more 1 drops, 3 drops, 5 drops, 7 drops and 9 drops being printed. But first let's go through the cards of this deck. By the way, this deck is very good for climbing the ladder. It has a 60% win rate or something. So with the new cards coming in, I expect that Odd Dude Paladin will fare even better in the future expansions. So let's move on to our first card. Akra's Veteran is on the weaker side of this deck. 1 mana 2/1, give a friendly minion +1 attack. It's a fair card but it's not overpowered. However, Akra's Veteran, since it's a 1 drop and it's a good early game 1 drop, we put it in. Argent Squire has been good and will always be good because it's a 1 mana 1/1 Divine Shield. It's a very good minion to start out with. Your opponent can remove it very easily, that's why I put it in. Firefly, it's a 1 mana 1/2 and it preserves your hand size, something like a hero power. And it's also a very efficient card because you can play as a 1 mana 1/2 or a 2 mana 2/4, which is very flexible. Life's Justice is similar to using the Mage hero power 4 times, and obviously that's a lot of value. The only downside is that you take damage to the face whenever you use it. However, I don't really see this as a downside that much in Odd Dude Paladin, since you aim to be a very aggressive deck, and your own face damage doesn't really matter in that case. Lost in the Jungle, 1 mana, summon 2 1/1 Silverhand Recruits. This card has it's a fair card, 1 mana, summon 2/2. It's like an enchanted raven. However, the good thing about this card is that it summons Silverhand Recruits, which synergizes with your level up. Next card will be the Righteous Protector. It's like an Argent Squire. In fact, it's exactly like an Argent Squire except with Taunt. So the Taunt is slightly useful but not very useful. It can protect your higher priority targets such as your Stormwind Champion from getting killed by minions. So I mean, it's basically an Argent Squire, so you put it in. Blackwood Pixie is actually my own take on Odd Dude Paladin because you can press the hero power, play Blackwood Pixie and press the hero power again on turn 7 and beyond. And this is actually a 1 card summon 5 minions, and these 5 minions, 4 of which are Silverhand Recruits. So you can build a board really quickly with a Blackwood Pixie on turn 7 and beyond. Additionally, if you are forced to play something on turn 3, this card is a pretty good card to be played by itself on turn 3. So I would say Blackwood Pixie is a pretty good card in this deck. Next is Divine Favor. So this deck actually runs out of cards pretty quickly since it's an aggressive deck. So against control matchups, you want Divine Favor because your opponent usually has a very wide hand. So you can draw back all your cards so that you look for answers to finish your opponent off. Next is the Igneous Elemental. Again, this is something like a Firefly. It preserves your hand size. In fact, it adds 1 extra card to your hand. So as an Odd Dude Paladin, you run out of steam pretty quickly. So I would say an Igneous Elemental is pretty good in this deck because it allows you to preserve on your steam even in the late game. Next is Iron Beak Owl. Honestly, Iron Beak Owl, I feel that it's a weaker card. If you were to allow me to choose, I'll put in Spellbreaker instead because it has better stats. However, with Iron Beak Owl, you're really just looking at the silence mechanic. You can silence one of their taunts that's blocking you from achieving victory, or you can silence their buffed minions. Iron Beak Owl is a very versatile card. It's just a shame that it's statted as a 2/1 for 3 mana. So I would say Iron Beak Owl is still a good include but hopefully better silencers get printed in the future. Next card will be Marsh Drake. So when I first saw this deck running Marsh Drake, I was a bit surprised, but it sort of made sense because a 2-1 with Poisonous isn't that bad for this deck specifically, because what Marsh Drake does is that what a 2-1 does is that it removes a minion. It's a removal for your enemy. However, your board will usually be filled with very small minions. You have a very wide board of small minions, so a 2-1 Poisonous minion wouldn't really matter anyway. And plus, you can use your smaller minions to trade into the 2-1 if you have a board, which is usually the case since your hero power will basically be used every turn. And the 2-1 is really easy to remove in that case. So I would say Marsh Drake, it's a 3 mana 5/4, which is really good value, which is why I included it in this deck. The next card will be adding is Stonehill Defender. So Stonehill Defender is a 3 mana 1/4 taunt, which discovers a card. Again, this preserves our card advantage, and additionally it discovers a taunt minion which is not present in our starting deck. So for example, you can discover Sunkeeper Tarim, finish off the game, or you can discover a board clear. This deck lacks board clear, so maybe you discover something like a Primordial Drake to clear the board in the late game and secure your victory. Next card is the Unidentified Maul. So there's actually 4 versions of this Maul, so getting 3 out of 4 of these versions are really good. There's only one which is lackluster. So the +1 attack to all minions is pretty good, the Divine Shield is pretty good, the Silverhand Recruits is pretty good, and the taunt is the lackluster part. But 3 out of 4 I'm willing to take the chance. Plus, even if you get the taunt version, it's not a complete disaster, you still get a 2/2 weapon. Next card is Fungal Mancer. So it's a 5 mana 6/6. However, I feel that this is also slightly on the weaker side. However, the good thing about Fungal Mancer in this case is that you almost always get the effect of getting a 6/6 because you have such a wide board, such that you almost always have 2 minions on the board. So Fungal Mancer in this case is really good because it almost always gains its full stat value. So however, in future expansions, if better 5 cost cards gets printed, I would say that Fungal Mancer will be obsolete. Next card will be Level Up. This is one of your win conditions. You have a white board of Silverhand Recruits, you play Level Up and you finish your opponent off. It's something like Bloodlust for Shaman, except that it's for Paladin. So yep, it can also be used to make favorable trades so they can trade up into higher cost minions and gain a lot of value out of it. Next is Stormwind Champion. It's something like a Level Up, except that it works on all minions, not just Silverhand Recruits. Additionally, it comes with a 6/6 body, so that's pretty nice. So I guess if you buff at least 2 minions, you're making good use of the Stormwind Champion. Next will be the Vine Cleaver. So Vine Cleaver, it's a 7 mana, deal 12 damage over 3 turns to your enemy. So it's a really good card, and plus it allows you to sustain your Silverhand Recruits even into the late game. So Vine Cleaver, it's a good card. Next is Baku the Moon Eater. So like I said just now, Baku the Moon Eater is central to your deck, and it upgrades your hero power, it makes it really good, and you eventually outvalue your opponent. So this is the deck that I've built for Odd Dude Paladin, and without further ado, let's jump right into our first match. So let's jump right into our first game. We want to play ranked, and we're ranking up with Odd Dude Paladin. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention just now that this deck is a very cheap deck. The only expensive cards in this deck, dust-wise, are Level Up as well as Baku. So you'll only be spending around 2.4k on those cards, and the rest of the cards in this deck are actually rares and commons, as well as basic cards.
Uther versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
I will fight with honor.
So against Priest, we want to keep Divine Favor because I expect this to be a Dragon Priest. So he is likely to have a white hand towards the end of the game.
None will survive.
So as you can see here, we got quite a bad start, I think. We don't have any good 1-drops. Good 1-drops to start off this game with is Flame Elemental and the 1 mana 1/1 Divine Shields, both versions of it. Radiant Elemental and Power Word Shield, so this isn't looking very good for us. So we'll play our Stonehill, see how we get. Witchwood Grizzly isn't that good. I think Sunwalker wouldn't be too bad. Let's go with Sunwalker. So let's hit him in the face.
The battle!
Mind if I roll knee?
Loot Hoarder. So it might be one of those Priest OTK decks. Okay, this is what I was talking about, the quote-unquote bad maul. But it's fine, it's not really that bad. So we'll trade this in.
The battle! The
And
battle!
this in. And we'll hit the face. Twilight's Call. Alright, so summons back this. In this case, we will press our hero power.
Reporting for justice!
Actually, I wouldn't mind playing the Black Walk as well, since we need to finish this priest off before he assembles his OTK. So if you guys don't know, this OTK deck is actually a pretty good counter to Odd Dude Paladin because he has a lot of board removals. Holy Nova, yep, that's one of the removals, and it gives him sustenance as well. So we'll play our Sunwalker here.
I fight.
Next time I think we'll play our Stormwind or something, or perhaps our Vine Cleaver. Alright, so he buffs our dude just to draw a card, which is viable, I guess. So he really wants to draw his entire deck, but we'll try to finish him off before that happens.
Justice shall prevail.
For justice!
I fight.
Reporting for duty.
So as you can see, Vine Cleaver over a few turns, the 12 damage does really add up. And the Silverhand recruits themselves can also deal a lot of damage, if not kept in check.
Not too quickly.
Alright, so he looks like he's gonna trade us straight into that Divine Shield, followed by his Spirit Lash and heal. So in this case, we'll play our Stormwind
Behold the might of justice!
and hit his face. So you really just want to end this game fast. Oh wow.
Has betrayed me.
Interesting. Alright, that's fine though. Let's play this in order to find a bigger card. Oh look, this is what I was talking about, Sunkeeper Tarim. Being very useful in the late game.
For justice!
I think we might actually use him
For
right now.
justice! The battle!
Or we could be greedy and wait for next turn. Nah, I think we'll use it now to prevent bot clears. He might play the bot clear though, the one that shuffles all the minions into our deck. Psychic Scream.
Not all.
Prophet Valen, okay.
Lost.
And Spirit Lash. Heals himself for 19. Okay, so I think our main priority here is getting rid of Valen. Actually, do we have lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3 is 18, so we do not have lethal. In this case, we will play our Marsh Drake first, I think.
I will be your doom. Ready? I'm
Like
For
Justice,
justice!
hit this in, and we'll trade some minions in. Let's trade
The battle!
this and this.
The battle!
Actually, this wouldn't be too bad in case we draw a level up.
speak your
We do not want this to be killed by Shadowword Death, so we'll use it. Play this and we'll draw a couple of cards.
But we fight.
For the maker! The battle! The battle!
So we end our turn. So looks like we do not draw level up, which is a bit sad. That's fine. Alright, Void Form. Psychic Scream, alright. So everything gets shuffled into a deck, which is sort of expected. I mean, I know that he'll do that sometime soon.
Reporting for duty.
So play all of our cards and draw a couple of cards again.
The light dims, but we fight.
Speak your peace.
We'll buff this,
For justice.
because he has Divine Shield. Hopefully he doesn't play a Spirit... Wait, actually he played both Spirit Lashes, so it's fine. So the only thing which is bad for us now is a Holy Nova. Or a Psychic Scream. But it looks like he doesn't have Psychic Scream, because if he did, he wouldn't be using his Void Form. So I think silencing Taunos here will be pretty good. Stops him from drawing a card and reduces his spell damage.
Mushroom power. Melt away. The battle. For justice.
I think we missed Lethal. We could have played another Fungal Mentor, I think. Oh wait, no, our board's full, so that's fine. Oh wait, no, we could have played it. Ah, never mind. Hopefully he doesn't have the right answer to us. But anyway, we got Divine Favor to draw back all of the cards that we lost by playing all these. So he might Hero Power Psychic Scream again. Radiant Elemental. Uses his Hero Power again. Use it Nightmare.
Shadows grow short.
Hero Power. So he's left with 0 mana. And Mind Blast. Mind Blast. Holy Smite.
No,
Alright, we won.
your victory proves nothing.
So that was a pretty close game, I would say. If we miss Lethal and die, I would feel quite sad, but we didn't. That's fine. As you can see just now, that game, I think it took less than, what, 10 minutes? Or it was around 5 plus 6 plus minutes, I think. So this deck is actually really good for climbing the ladder. So cube block game usually lasts around 15 minutes, I think. And you might not even win. So I think for climbing the ladder, what you are looking for is a very fast deck to propel you forward to, let's say, rank 10 or rank 5. So I think this deck is very suitable for climbing the ladder.
Uther versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
Alright, so we do get level up in our starting hand, but we might just throw it away because it'll be a dead card until turn 5. But I think I'm gonna keep it because I predict that this will be the Taunt Druid, the OTK Taunt Druid with Hadronox inside. So I'm gonna keep level up because I want to be more aggressive. It's better than waiting to draw level up to win, I would say. So turn 1 Firefly. As you can see, it's very useful because it spawns another minion in our hand so that we don't run our cards as fast. Turn 2, we're gonna use our Hero Power and hit his face. Turn 3 is probably something like a Stone Heal, either that or Flame Elemental Hero Power. Yep, I think we'll look at playing the Stone Heal because we want to keep this alive as much as possible.
Out of my jungle.
Ooh, so we do get Tyrion, we'll pick Tyrion. So from this point onwards, I think we're looking to build a Silverhand army and play this on turn 7. Unidentified Maul, we get... Ooh, it's pretty good.
Reporting for
So play this. Let's kill off the 1-2. So now our only vulnerability would be a swipe, I would say. So you really don't want to overextend either with the champions more. Ooh, wow, that's bad. In this case, I think we'll have to play the champions more.
For justice. Reporting for duty.
Kill this, and then we'll use our hero power.
Reporting for duty.
Hopefully he doesn't have a swipe in hand, so that we can level up and immediately win. Or close to immediately win. Coin. Spiteful Summoner. So he does get a UI spawn, so it's a tank cost. So he summoned Tyrantus, which is really bad, I would say. We'll play level up and try to finish him off as fast as possible, I think. I think that's a pretty good strategy.
The battle! The battle! The battle! The battle! For justice! I don't have enough mana.
So we'll play the Light Justice, since we have 1 mana left over. We might have to play Tyrion to finish off the game. We might have to. Rotten Apple Bomb. So we'll be silencing that, I think. There's really no better target to silence. Yep. And we'll discover something. Yeah, seems good. Let's discover something. Oh, we do have another Tyrion. So I guess we gain tons of value off of Stonehill. So hopefully 2 Tyrions will be able to finish him off. Twilight Drake. Hero power is disabled. That's fine. So next time we got a choice between silencing the 4-7 and push and playing Tyrion. I think we'll play Tyrion though. We want to finish as fast as possible.
For justice.
And hopefully the druid doesn't have some form of armor or heal. And we can equip our 5 damage weapon and win. Alright, so he pops Tyrion's shield, which indicates that he doesn't have a heart removal for Tyrion. Kills Tyrion off, we get our weapon. He does get 1 point of armor, which is a bit annoying. Oh wow. What a tech card. Skill Bane. Shapeshift. Okay. In this case, I think we'll delay our second Tyrion playing. We will silence this guy. I guess we can play a bunch of cards.
Reporting for duty.
The light protects me.
Reporting for duty.
So hopefully he doesn't have swipe or anything.
Well played.
Or maybe he has lethal already. Wait, does he? 9, 14. Oh yeah, he does have lethal. Alright, so we lost, but it's fine, I think.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
That's fine. Okay, let's proceed to our next game. Maybe I should have played Tyrion, but it might not have made a difference. I'm not very sure.
Uther versus Maiev.
None can escape my fury.
I will fight with honor.
Alright, so we get 2 really good minions at the start. So I think we can throw away one of them. We'll throw away the Argent Squire. We are looking to... Oh, that's a pretty good card to draw. Unidentified Maul. Hopefully it gives us a good effect. We also do get a coin, so we're able to play more aggressively. So we do get the Blast Maul, which is slightly worse than the Silverhand Recruits. I mean, the problem with Blast Maul is that we do have to We do have to play a lot of minions first in order to use before we use it. So he played the quest. He's a quest rope. Dagger. We'll play the hero power.
Reporting for duty.
So hopefully the rogue stays off Fan of Nice for a while. Until turn 5 or turn 4. Fan of Nice, okay, never mind. Draws a card. In this case, we'll just summon more minions.
Reporting for duty.
Wax Elemental. Yes, he should have attacked first, then use the hero power. So in this case, I really want to kill the Wax Elemental off. We could hero power blast more. Yep, I think that's viable.
Reporting for duty.
So we kill off the Wax Elemental.
For justice.
On turn 5, hopefully we can play the Fungal Mentor or something. Glacial Shot. Elven Minstrel. Alright, so we'll play the Fungal Mentor.
For justice.
And we'll hit this in.
The
And
battle.
hit the face. Next is probably something like a Igneous into hero power. Or maybe a Silence.
Drink with me,
Useful.
friend.
Okay, so it looks like he's trying to bounce the Glacial Shard as much as possible. So he freezes there again.
Drink with me, friend.
Bounces it again. Alright, so he's gonna go to 3. So he has to play 2 more copies of it. So in this case, we will think Lost in the Jungle level up would be good. But we are slightly afraid of Vanish. You know what? We'll play Igneous and hero power, and we can look at using level up next turn.
For justice.
Glacial. Alright, looks like he might. Yep, he wiped the board. That's fine though. We still get a.
Hand is too full.
So our priority now is to play all these silver hand, I think.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Hero power and
Reporting for duty.
I think this is a pretty good turn. Yep. Next turn, level up, finish the game. Hopefully he allows us to do it. Glacial. So he needs one more. Oh wow, Vanish again. So it's a bit unlucky on our side, but that's fine.
My hand is too full.
Hopefully
Reporting
this,
for duty. Reporting
this,
for duty. Reporting for duty.
hero power,
Reporting for
and
duty.
this. So he's gonna play the Crystal Core this turn, but at least he has no more removals other than Fan of Knives. Wax Elemental, that's gonna be a problem, but we can silence it.
Drink with me, friend.
Youthful. So he bounces it back again. And freezes our face. So we'll just silence this. Ooh. We'll silence this. And then we'll play level up.
The battle! The battle! The battle! The battle!
Oh wow, I think. Oh wait. Yep, it was pretty lucky. So as you can see, Iron Big Owl worked the way I wanted it to, namely to silence a taunt that stops us from winning. So yep. Alright, so 2 more games to go? Yeah, 2 more games to go.
Uther versus Arthas.
For Lordaeron, I will fight with honor.
Alright, so with this hand, I think we got some pretty good early game. We might throw away the Black Walk though. Yep, we'll throw away the Black Walk. And it looks like a mirror match, so it might prove problematic.
You are past redemption.
We have turned our curse
Oh.
into our strength.
None will survive.
Alright, so this is the cousin of Odd Paladin, named Even Paladin. But essentially it's the same concept. You summon a bunch of dudes. Now let's squelch him, he's annoying. But basically you summon a bunch of dudes, you flood the board with your silver hand recruits, and then you buff all of them at once.
Reporting for duty.
But good thing for us is that we are able to fill the board much more quickly than
The
him.
battle! The battle!
But the good thing for him is that Paladin's even costed minions are better than odd costed minions. So it's gonna be a tough battle.
Reporting for duty.
So again, we'll clear this. We don't want him to have too much silver hand recruits.
The battle!
We'll not play the Blast more. I think we're looking to be slightly greedy over here.
Reporting for duty.
Speak your peace.
The battle! The battle!
Next turn we'll play the Blast more, I think. Yep, doesn't seem too bad. He might consecrate us, coin consecrate. Yep, looks like that's what he's doing. Alright, so we're gonna deviate from our plan for a while. That's fine. So next time we have 4 mana. With 4 mana we will just press the hero power. We lost a bit of value there, but it's unavoidable. The coin consecrate was quite a tempo swing to his side. Call to arms. Alright, so gets a bunch of stuff. Ooh, the lifesteal is gonna be annoying. But we'll deal with it. It's fine. Ooh, Purifier is not bad. So we'll play the Marsh Break. After which we'll kill this off. And we'll summon more minions.
Reporting for duty.
So I think he's forced to trade these two in and trade this in. So he'll be left with a 1-1 lifesteal.
Which path to choose?
Alright, so he played as expected. In fact, he gained so much card that we might just Divine Favor next turn.
Put this apple on your head.
Knife Juggler. And Hero Power.
Reporting for duty.
So he has 8 cards. I think we can play Divine Favor next turn. Maybe a Black Walk into Divine Favor, something like that. Like I said, Black Walk we can play the Black Walk Pixie on by herself. It's completely fine. Actually I'll save it though. I'll play this
The light protects you.
Hero Power and then Divine.
Reporting for duty.
So you draw a total of 4 cards. We do get silence, which is nice for the Knife Juggler. And next turn probably Vine Cleaver, something like that. But this is gonna be a tough fight because both of these Paladin decks are very good. The problem with his Paladin deck though is that it's expensive. It runs Sunkeeper Tarim, it runs Greymane. So it's more expensive than my deck. And it runs Avenging Wrath as a tech card apparently. Alright, so all of our stuff got killed, but that's fine. So next time we'll play the Vine Cleaver, hit the Knife Juggler or something, and summon 2 guys.
For justice.
So we'll build the board quickly
Reporting for duty.
before we eventually play our level up, and then we win. Hopefully.
Put this apple on your head.
Knife Juggler. Last night. Ooh.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, so he trades into our stuff. That's fine. We might play the Iron Beak just to silence the Glass Knight. Yep, let's do it.
For justice.
We'll hit this, and we'll buff everything with Fungal Mensa, I think. Yep. The problem now is that we got quite low health, but hopefully we'll be able to tide through. Acidic Swarm Ooze, so we lose one charge of this weapon. That's fine though. True Silver, I think he'll remove this. And reinforce. Alright. Trades into that and hits the face. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is hero power.
Reporting for duty.
I think Purifier's Maul. But before that, let's play Arcarus,
Speak your peace.
Igneous, then Purifiers. So this we're gonna remove that and remove this. So hopefully it doesn't have 4 damage lying around. And we can drop the Stormwind and win next turn, I think. Or stabilize next turn, not really win. Wait, actually with Stormwind do we win? Yes, Lich King. Okay. So if Lich King gives him a Death Coil, we automatically lose. Assuming that he hits face. Yep, so he's gonna do that. So gets an extra card. I think we might have lost. Let's see over here. In this case, we'll play Stormwind.
Behold the might of Stormwind.
And we will play this, I think. Wait, let me summon. Wait, no, I can't. Let me play this. So with this, we have we'll kill the Lich King first. After which we'll trade this and this and hit his face.
For justice.
So hopefully he didn't get Death Fall. If he didn't, we won. If he did, we lose. Or hopefully he doesn't have a bot clear either. Ooh, equality. Frostmourne. Oh, we lost. Oh, I guess Frostmourne will cause us to lose as well. And we got unlucky. Oh, so close. We are like 1 damage off winning. Oh, sorry, 1 turn off winning. That's fine though. On to our last game.
Uther versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine!
I will fight with honor.
So against a Warlock, it's probably a what's it called, that cube lock. So it's gonna have a white hand. We're gonna keep Divine Favor. We get Argent Squire and level up. So level up being in our starting hand is pretty good.
None will survive.
We do get a Marsh Drake as well, which is a pretty good play on turn 3. Does nothing on turn 1, we'll just hero power.
Reporting for
I
duty.
fight.
The problem is that Defile is really powerful for Warlock, especially in clearing our threats. So he's gonna like that. So we'll play our Marsh Drake and remove some of his stuff.
I will be your doom.
Fight.
Ready? I'm
The battle. The battle.
Alright, so we got a pretty good board already. He has nothing on his board as of yet, but again he's a cube lock, he has tons of removal. So you still have to watch out. Tar Creeper. Okay, so Tar Creeper will cause us to be left at 1 health for this, which is quite vulnerable to defile, I guess.
Extraordinary. The battle! The battle!
So we'll hit his
I
face,
fight.
after which we'll press the button, play Light Justice.
For justice.
We will... considering whether to play Firefly, it'll probably just get removed, right? So I won't. In the case where he has Defile. So it's Hellfire instead of Defile. So I guess it's the same effect. So this turn we'll just spam some cards. We'll play Firefly, buff Firefly up, and we'll draw some cards.
For justice.
Doomsayer. We could silence it. Yeah, I think we'll silence it. We really want to preserve our board. And we want, more importantly, we want to be able to play something this turn. So we'll silence the Doomsayer. We silenced it, so we'll play Recruits
Your peace.
and hit him in the face.
For justice.
This is not very good though, the Sacred Maw. That's fine. Mortal Coil. So I think he's looking for a defile in his deck. I mean, he still has 2 draws. At least 2 draws. Alright, the Spellstone. And the Librarian. Deal some damage to himself. I don't think he minds that. What's he gonna play? He probably has a Dark Pact in his hand though, so he'll live on for a while longer. Hopefully not too much longer, since the later he goes into the late game, the more powerful he'll be.
Reporting for duty.
So over here I think we're just gonna level up. Yeah. Alright, let's go.
The battle! The battle!
What a bother.
For justice.
Alright, trades that. Probably gonna defile or something. So defile will remove these 2 and leave everything else at 1. Like that. Okay, that's not a very smart move, but
Almost out of time.
defile, okay, expected. So there's 3 mana left. What's he gonna do? He probably Dark Pacts it. Yep, Dark Pact. The good thing is that he no longer has a Dark Pact cause he's dumb. So that's great news for us.
The battle! The battle! The battle!
Oh wait, we win.
Well played.
This is why you should always see how many cards you have before drawing in Warlock. Alright, so 60% win rate at rank 13. So pretty okay. I feel that today we just got unlucky, right? Normally it's just much better. And also in rank 13, there are a lot of decks that counter Odd Paladin. So I don't know, I may switch over to the even variant just to play around. Anyway, this is the end of the video guys, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.